the way it needs to be pushed, and we are very excited that we are partnering with Revfin, and this is one of the steps forward in taking it to the next level. So you will have more details shortly on this. So, but 15,000 vehicles, more than 100 crores, working very closely with Revfin. Revfin will be taking over and will be running still on Sun Mobility platform. Thank you. All of us do realize what EVs are, but I bet not many people know what battery swapping is. If I may just ask anybody, like how many people really understand what battery swapping is? Can you raise your hands? Oh, then you leave it. So hardly, right? So we talk about electric vehicles. Battery swapping is a fairly novel concept, right? It's hardly 7 to 8 years old in India, right? Sun Mobility started this company in 2017, which was started by Chetan Mani, the founder of Revfin, in 2017. But still, till almost 2 years back, it was not very well known, right? And it was still nobody understood what battery swapping is. Still today, many people don't. So let me start by, I'll give you a very short overview of what Sun Mobility is, but let me start with giving you how battery swapping looks like, because till the time you guys see it, what battery swapping is all about, whatever I will say will be gibberish to you. So can you please start? Bringing down the capex significantly. And then the range anxiety, because the swapping is like, it's like what you just saw, 2 minutes. You're not worried about where to park and charge it. It takes 2 minutes, so range anxiety is not there. Why technological obsolescence? Because since you don't own the battery in this case, you don't worry about how much the battery is going to last, right? When you buy a new scooter, which is an EV, most of the time you'll be worried about after 2 years, 3 years, the battery is going to erode or degrade. In this case, you don't care. You don't care at all because the battery doesn't belong to you. It's a simple system like a gas in a chula. You don't care about how does the cylinder look like as you can use the energy out of that. So that's what the basic thing is. The idea is, what Sun Mobility believes is to make EV affordable, accessible to everybody by bringing down the cost and expediting it. So with this, let me just take a very 3 minutes, 4 minutes on giving you a brief overview of Sun Mobility and what are we doing. The numbers are not as impressive as what Revfin has done, but I think we have done some part of our side. Sun Mobility, we are present in 650 stations across India today. We have done close to 2.5 crores, 25 million swaps. We have done close to 590 million, 60 crore kilometers across India. We are present in 20 plus cities, and we have 400 plus employees, close to around 1,200 workers apart from employees, so almost 1,800 people working with Sun Mobility today. We have till now saved around 45,000 tons of CO2. So these are the major numbers. Next slide, please. So what I was trying to talk just before this presentation started, so between swapping and fixed, right? It's a 2-minute dispensing time versus 4 to 6 hours of dispensing. There's no downtime for all the delivery operators and all the people who are looking about maximizing their day. I think swapping makes very good sense. Battery technology, there's no risk of technological obsolescence as against high risk of technological obsolescence in a fixed battery. Upfront cost is almost 40 to 50% lower, right? You can actually, the kind of lineup that Revfin has shown you down below, 150,000, 130,000 rupees scooter can be coming to you in the range of 60, 70, 80K. So that's the kind of, and without worries of batteries getting bad. And the range is unlimited, it's infinite range. So these are very, very obvious advantages of battery swapping over fixed. So just to give you an idea what battery swapping versus fixed is. Next, please. So this is where we are present today in India across 20 plus cities. Mostly we are concentrated in Delhi NCR, and Bangalore, but now we are expanding our presence in Hyderabad and Chennai and Jaipur as well this year. We are the only company in the world, we are a pure play battery swapping operator. We are the only company in the world where the same battery in a same station can be used to do swapping across multiple form factors. No other company can claim this in the world. So the same battery can go into an e-loader, can go into an e-auto, can go into an e-rig, can go into an e-bike. Same battery, same station. So kind of asset utilization we are looking at is unimaginable. So across all the 4 form factors, and shortly we'll also be bringing in a 4-wheeler, which is like a Tata Ace or a sub 1.5 ton category. So across all the form factors, we have done significant work and shown what is there that can be done in these things. Next. This is how Delhi looks to you. This is what our presence in Delhi NCR is today. Every 200 meters we have a station. We have close to 450 stations in Delhi NCR today. More stations than all the petrol pumps combined in Delhi NCR. And we'll be going forward in the next 6 months. Amit, remind me. I think we'll be touching around 800 in Delhi NCR. 600 in Delhi NCR. So this is what has just been done in last 1.5 years. To set up a station, it doesn't take us more than 7 days. Once we know where the locations are, only thing that we need is the right power source. Once that is decided, we can move very, very fast. And this is what Delhi looks like. And where you are in Bangaluru, next one. This is what Bangalore is. 100 stations in Bangalore. Again, done in less than a year's time. Very well spread out. And we'll be again, in the next year putting 100 more. In the next 6 months, not 100. So Uday keeps complaining we need to put more stations. There will be more stations. We'll be seeing shortly. So the speed at which you can actually deploy infrastructure in battery swapping is very, very good. And it makes much more sense in dense and tier 1 cities like Bangaluru and Hyderabad and Delhi NCR, because just imagine on a petrol pump, if you don't want somebody to be, the pump guy doesn't want you to be standing there for half an hour trying to charge. In a battery swapping space, you can do it in 2 minutes time. And these are our partners, this is an ecosystem play. We are an energy player, we're not a mobility company, right? We are an energy player, and Sun Mobility was started by Sun Group and Many Group in 2017. Then Bosch came in, Bosch picked up a stake in 2019. Then Vitol is the world's largest oil trader. It's a $500 billion company which took up a significant stake. And now, very recently, Indian Oil announced a $300 million commitment. So with this, we have a very, very good backup and a partner in terms of the people who have backed this company to become one of the biggest battery swapping companies in the world. Over the next 5 years, we plan to do around 30,000 stations and close to around 2 million vehicles on the road. So that's the aim of this company. And we hope that all of you will be making it faster and great journey. Thank you so much.
5 venture capital investors. First is Omidyar Network. Second is ADB Ventures, Asia Development Bank. Then there's LC Nova, there's Companion Capital and Green Frontier Capital.
Right now, how many charging stations and swapping?
So we are a financing company.
Yeah.
So we finance vehicles, and we finance vehicles either which are fitted with a battery, and some vehicles which are without batteries, where we partner with swapping companies like Sun Mobility.
You need to be a little bit louder.
Okay.
What is the rate of interest regarding this?
So rate of interest will vary depending on what type of vehicle we are financing, what geography we are financing it in. But generally the range would be somewhere in the 9 to 14% range.
What is the terms and conditions regarding?
So again, it will depend on what type of a partnership we are building and whether it's for an individual customer or a fleet operator. But generally, we have a digital platform for individual borrowers. So it's a very, very simple process. There are a few documents, KYC documents that we take, and there are a few other checks we do. So it's a very simple, easy process for our customers.
You are providing loan for all over Karnataka or only metro cities?
No, we are doing it all over the country, all over Karnataka. Right now the focus is more on Bangalore, but otherwise we are doing it all over.
This is Parveen. First of all, welcome to Bangalore.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, so as of now, will be financing only the two-wheeler and three-wheeler commercials, or even for the personal vehicles as well?
No, our focus is on the commercial vehicle category. We believe that we should finance income generating assets because that have a huge impact on the drivers of the vehicle, their livelihoods, their income increases significantly because of driving electric vehicles. So it's two-wheelers, three-wheelers and four-wheelers. So all intra-city commercial vehicles, electric, we will finance.
So what about like vendors like Swiggy, Dunzo?
Yes.
So you guys are like planning?
Yeah, so basically a lot of our vehicles that we finance are on all these different e-commerce platforms through fleet operator partners. So we partner with a lot of fleet operators who manage the vehicles, who manage the drivers for the various e-commerce companies.
Thank you.
So what's the acquisition value?
So the assets that we are getting now are 15,000 worth about 100 crore rupees.
So what's the roadmap for acquiring the new customers of the 10,000 crores? Could you please give me a more breakdown on it?
So you're talking about
The new Sun Mobility and Revfin's partnership or acquisition. Like how do you?
See, I'll just explain. So how we operate.
Okay.
So we first partner with manufacturers of electric vehicles, and then through those partnerships there are two avenues or channels. One is the dealership network, where we basically find individual borrowers and they would come to the dealership, buy the vehicles financed by us. The other channel is through fleet operating partners. So we jointly with manufacturing partners, OEM partners would go and talk to various fleet operators who are providing vehicles to logistics companies and e-commerce platforms. Right? So those are the two sort of avenues how we source along with OEMs.
So what are the key challenges you have faced the EV vehicles adoption in urban areas?
So we started financing electric vehicles in 2018. At that time, there was very limited number of vehicles. Very few people were talking about electric vehicles, and we've seen over a period of time challenges have there have been a lot of challenges. Initially starting with types of products, product qualities, number of OEMs, which OEMs to work with, very unstructured market, and also nobody had seen electric vehicles live a full life, right? So they were all in early days, they were untested, unproven products, and some of those challenges continue even today because we see a lot of new products being launched, a lot of new manufacturers coming in. So I think it'll take a few years before we can clearly establish how good the electric vehicle products are. That's the first challenge. The second challenge is on the infrastructure side. What I mean by infrastructure is post-sale servicing infrastructure, availability of spare parts. Then there is the battery infrastructure in terms of can the batteries be serviced, can the batteries be replaced if they need to be, how will the warranties be honored, etc. I think those are some of the large challenges. And thirdly, from a purely urban standpoint, charging infrastructure and battery swapping infrastructure becomes very, very important, because in smaller towns people are able to charge vehicles in their homes. But in larger cities, you require a more sort of organized infrastructure. I think that infrastructure is coming up. I've seen from Sun Mobility as well how they are spreading in Delhi and Bangalore, but I think a lot more of that needs to happen before a driver who's driving an electric vehicle feels that there is no sort of anxiety with respect to either the vehicle quality, vehicle life, and vehicle range.
So you have like 4 plans, right? Like Revfin Loan, Revfin Sure, and Revfin IoT, and Revfin Shala. Can you explain about that and how it goes?
Sure. So basically, our core business is financing of vehicles, but every vehicle that gets financed also needs insurance. So we also, through our insurance broking arm, provide insurance. One of the big challenges that we faced early on is that we realized very few insurance companies were insuring electric vehicles, and the success rate of claims was extremely low. Right? So we realized we have to partner with insurance companies to make insurance accessible for electric vehicles, but also to ensure that if there's an accident, if there's a theft, that those claims are getting processed. Right? So we started partnering with insurance companies. Over time, we also realized that electric vehicles do not have a very large secondary market. Right? So if a vehicle comes back, there is no marketplace available to sell them. there is no price that is established for second-hand electric vehicles. So we realized we have to do some work on that. So we launched Revshala, where basically vehicles come in, we refurbish the vehicles over there and then redeploy them. And fourthly, one of the other things we realized is that it's very essential to track where our vehicles are, and also electric vehicles give out a lot of information through through battery and other sources. So we also created our own IoT or telematics platform through which we're able to track all the vehicles in real time as well.
So it will be tracking like only for the financial purpose or just for the safety purpose?
Both. It's both. So it's the primary purpose is to ensure that the driver performs well, right? So we look at how much the driver is driving, how does it compare to other drivers who are driving. Then there is vehicle safety and security. If the vehicle is stolen, can we help retrieve the vehicle as well? And to then look at certain behaviors coming out. What is the route on which the driver drives? How much does he drive? What speed? What acceleration? So it gives a lot of information on behavior as well, apart from giving us a lot of information on the vehicle and the battery as well.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, how do you simplify the sign-up process for customers through India Stack?
So I think India Stack has been extremely critical in growth of fintech, but for us, specifically for us, I think it's been extremely critical for us as well. A lot of the technology platform we build is on top of India Stack, right? So right from verification of KYC, digital KYC, to payments that are coming in, all of that is built on top of India Stack. So it's extremely critical for us.
What measure are taken to ensure customer satisfaction with your service?
Vehicle financing company. Today we are in Bangalore for Jagriti Yatra, which is basically a campaign where we are trying to electrify last mile mobility completely, 100% electrification of last mile mobility. Bangalore is an extremely important city for us. It represents nearly 10% of our business, and we've made a big commitment to Bangalore today that by March 2027 we will disburse loans worth over 1,000 crores in Bangalore. We've also announced a significant partnership with Sun Mobility, where we are taking over 15,000 vehicles that are currently running on Sun Mobility swapping platform. These assets are worth over 100 crores, and we will be taking them over on our books over the course of this month. We're very, very happy to be here today. I think Revfin over the last 5-6 years has had a big impact on the electric vehicle ecosystem. We've disbursed loans worth over 900 crores, financed over 65,000 electric vehicle assets in 23 states in about 700 towns and cities. And we look forward to continue this journey, and our vision really is to put over 2 million vehicles on the roads in the next 5 years.